Four Democratic members of Congress tell us they were denied entry to an ICE detention facility in Broadview. That's even though they say federal law gives them the right to inspect that facility.
We have the authority to make a visit. Today, we were denied access to this facility.
Welcome to the Hotel Del Ice.
You're going to DC? Oh, before you start filming, let me see.
All right. You got your kids?
Yes, they're right there in my house, please.
That's all right.
I need to see my kids. What is this for?
What is this for, please? We have a warrant with your arrest.
For what?
What's going on?
Don't know. I think obviously he must be in the back. I don't know if he's trying to kick out the window. That can sometimes happen. We might want to get him to Broadview. But I think you got him up.
Welcome to the Hotel Del Ice.
So walk us through what happened to that guy once you brought him into the detention center.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, after we pick somebody up, you know, that the rest is just really kind of the first part. So they go back to our, you know, it's our essentially a hold room. It's a facility that has some cells, and we have people working out of there too, where they go through just kind of the immigration booking process, where we'll take biometrics, we'll take some fingerprints on them. They're allowed to have a phone call, get kind of notified of some of the other rights they have, like the right to contact their consulate, should they choose to. You know, there's some countries, you know, depending upon the Geneva Convention, where we're mandated to notify their consulate of their arrest. Some countries, you know, it's up to them to notify them, so they'll be able to do that. And then we'll go through some of the case paperwork, where a lot of the case is already written up. We already have the immigration warrant of arrest, and then he'll be served with the immigration paperwork to be presented before an immigration judge. We call it a notice to appear, and on this notice to appear, it's a form that kind of goes through and it outlines kind of the charges, in essence, that he's facing. You know, it'll say that, you know, you're not a citizen of the US, you're a citizen of Mexico. It'll go through the status that he has, and then it'll also go through and list, you know, because of such and such convictions, you are removable from the United States. And so that's what then our attorneys will go and you know, have that case heard before an immigration judge and immigration court. And then we kind of go through and actually explain the immigration case, right? Explain what we're doing. In this person's case, he does have status in the US, and so he's going to go before an immigration judge, and a judge will decide kind of what happens. And then we'll issue him, you know, his charging document, his probably a list of you know, free or low-cost legal services, and then he'll get staged to go to a different facility tonight. And then he'll be staying at a different facility, and then his case will continue to kind of go through the court procedure. But essentially, you know, once somebody goes in, there is more of a process. This isn't just something where we arrest somebody. Like I've seen it written some places that we're in the streets kidnapping people and bringing them to like undisclosed locations, where, you know, no, we're kind of very transparent in what we do, because, you know, the arrest is just the start of a case. You know, while some cases there might already be a final order of removal at arrest, but there's still a process that they go. People still have the, you know, the right to contact the family members, to contact their consulate, all of these things, and we're in regular communication with, you know, different countries' consulates to let them know about some of their people in custody. So it's not a mystery. The process is definitely demystified for anybody who is arrested. And, you know, the other part is saying like, oh, there's language barriers with people, but we use, you know, different translation services, you know, certified translation services, to explain everything to anybody that we arrest in a language that they understand. Through that, and we document that throughout the process as well. So everybody does understand what's going on, or at least, you know, we're explaining to people exactly what's going on in the process.